Hey besties! So I really wanted to make a video about lepa brena because I have so many thoughts. And my first idea was to make like an outfits video, like I could rank her outfits. But then that's not really doable because like a lot of her outfits are for the history books. And I'm not saying that like, oh, like the new Trisha Paytas drama is for the history books. Like, no offense to Trisha, I love her, but I don't think anyone's gonna remember her. Whereas like Lepa Brenda is actually in the history books. Like she's actually like in the History Museum of Yugoslavia. So like it wouldn't be fair if I were to like judge her iconic outfits because they're just above judgment. But with that being said, I was like rewatching a lot of her music videos to like find some cool outfits. And I came to the conclusion that she looks really good in blue. Like that is her color. Like there's this one video of her performing Peter Moya. And she looks so good, you guys. Like the blue, like she looks incredible. And then my favorite outfit of all time is this blue dress that she wears in her wedding video, but like before the wedding. Like I'm just gonna play a clip right here. Like she looks so good. Like she's so happy and like the blue, like it really brings out her eyes and her hair color. Like she just looks amazing in blue. So that's what I'm gonna say about the outfits. When I was going through like the videos and the interviews, I had a lot of thoughts about like the Haida Voluma outfit, which is great. Like I really love, like it's iconic because like she always makes references to it. Like there's so many like new Haida Voluma inspired outfits. I found that the best quality version is the English version of the video. And her canon English name is Brenda Goodlooking. And at first I was like, no, like Brenna and Brenda, like that's two different energies. Like Brenda Goodlooking is not Lepa Brenna. Like I don't know who came up with that. Whenever I translate things, like it always translates her name as like beautiful Brenna, which I think sounds nice and like it can describe because like she is beautiful. But like Brenda Goodlooking, like excuse me. But then like the more I thought about it, like the more I'm like, yeah, Brenda. Like, yeah, like I can see a universe where she's called Brenda. Like, the more I think about it, the more it makes sense to me, you know? But on the topic of like English things, I love it when like you watch like certain media in one language and then there are like things in another language that you can understand. Like for example, in Hollywood movies, like whenever they have like evil Russians, it's always really funny because like either it's like a Russian actor or they have someone like an English speaker trying to speak Russian and it's always really funny.
Kapitan, mój уже получили приказ. Вам что? Нужны новые указания?
And I loved Mr. Jenkins in Haida Voluma.
I already know everything about Miss Brenner and her star quality.
Like, that is me. He is representation for all like non-Serbo-Croatian Lepa Brena fans. And also, on the topic of English things, the London video, like, it's so good. It, like, the moment where she's, like, getting in the car, and, like, when she's, God, I don't know my English trivia, but, like, the...
Buckingham Palace.
Like, when she walks in and she blows a kiss, like, I'm obsessed. Because she's, like, the embodiment of those, like, Dobro Utro images. Like, you know the ones I'm talking about, like, and her Facebook page is, like, it's so Dobro Utro. Like, the little videos she makes where she's, like, announcing a concert.
Dragi moji, dragi moji, dragi moji, dragi moji, dragi moji. Hvala vam, dragi moji.
The captions with the kiss emojis, like, I'm obsessed with her. Another thing I wanted to talk about is that I was looking for English interviews with her because like she speaks English, so there should be some kind of like English media. And I found this YouTube channel that like translates Balkan songs into English, which is great, but they use anime girls as like background pictures. I'm gonna show you a clip because it's an experience. But I did find one interview with her where she speaks English. And like I've said it so many times, but like I'm obsessed. Like I love her accent. I love her energy.
No, I cannot say this in front of a camera.
I love how like at the beginning of the video she's just like looking into the distance, looking very bored, and then the interviewer says, "The superstar," and then like her eyes light up like
Aftwork nightclub. This isn't just a party place, okay? This is the place where it's held an international superstar like Lepa Brena. Good evening.
Good evening, welcome to Vienna.
what a mood. So I also found an English podcast that talks about her like as symbol throughout the years. So like it talks about her as the symbol of Yugoslavia and like her biography and her, like her life and all of that. And they also kind of dig deeper into her as a sex symbol and talk about her sexuality and how she presents herself. Because when I was trying to find like outfits for the outfits compilation video idea, like obviously like a lot of her outfits are very revealing and sexy. And like it also made me think of this because like they are revealing, but it doesn't feel like it's for the male gaze in a way. Like because when you think about like female sexuality, like what it is from the male gaze, like it's always very passive. Like women are viewed sort of as prey animals. But Lepa Brena, although like her outfits are very revealing, like she's not passive, and I absolutely love that because like okay, maybe I'm gonna get a little deep, but like I have an issue with being perceived as sexual, as like a sexual woman, because I don't really want to be seen as like passive. I don't want to be seen as a prey that should be conquered. Like I don't know, like it's kind of embarrassing. I don't really like the vibe of female sexuality. But at the same time, like I want to be seen as like a pretty girl. I want men to notice me. Like I do want to be sexy and I do like to show my body and like wear outfits that highlight it. But I don't want to be seen as passive. And I really love Brenna's like brand of sexiness because it's not passive. Like she is very joyful and full of life, and like it's not degrading. Like she's very like active and in control of her sexiness, and that's how I would want to be perceived. Like I want to be perceived as attractive, but like for my smile, for my personality, and she does that, and I love that. On my search for other like accessible content that I can consume without having to speak Serbo-Croatian, I found this YouTube channel that basically stalks celebrities. It's like a paparazzi. I don't know if it's like a YouTube channel or they like play on TV. I don't know. But it's like this brand of videos that's like celebrities are just like us. And yeah, they just stalk celebrities and follow them around. And honestly, like I love that content. Like I am obsessed with that video of Brena in Sarajevo where she's like walking around. Like it's such a mood. Like I don't know what mood it is, but I just know that at several instances of the day, like I am Balkan superstar sensation walking around Sarajevo with a smug expression and a puffer jacket. Like yeah, like I get it. But yeah, that channel that I found is basically like stalking celebrities, doing the most like mundane things. Like it's not interesting at all. Like for Brenna, for example, like it always starts at her house, and it's just her like driving around in her Mazda, like going grocery shopping, going to the bank, going to the market. I think the most interesting thing is like when she was caught like showing someone a pineapple on her phone. Like there's nothing like scandalous or even like interesting about her life. It's just like her going shopping, like hanging out with her sister. Um, and like I don't know, like I love that. I love that kind of content. And like the funniest thing is that in those compilations they add music. Like she gets into a Mazda and then like Yugoslavenka starts playing and I'm like, yeah, definitely the appropriate song for the occasion.
I my krećemo za njom.
When Boba appears, like, his little theme song starts playing, like, bo 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 bo. Like, I don't know, like, who the target audience for this kind of content is. Like, I guess it's me, because I love it. Like, I've been watching it for hours. But, like, the comments, like, either everyone's complaining about, like, how it's not interesting. People are like, just leave her alone. Like, let her do her grocery shopping in peace. Or it's, like, mean-spirited bitches who call Boba fat. Like, every time Boba appears, like, the comments are like, oh yeah, he's fat, he's like eating his feelings.
Well, you're fat. You're fatty. Keep eating, fatty.
He's gonna die, he's obese, he's eating because his son left. Like, there's this whole, like, gossip about their son leaving and, like, not being on speaking terms with them. And every time Boba appears, like, there are comments about his son and how he's depressed now. But yeah, anyway, I think that's all I have to say. Sorry, I just had to get it out of my system. But yeah, thanks for listening, I guess.